impression of Boston out there?
It was high energetic, a lot of kids is thankful to be out there, so it was great to see.
What's the last week been like for you?
A lot of traveling. I mean, my last workout was in Boston, so going from Boston to New York back to Boston is a blessing, so it's been fun.
How important is it for you to be part of the community of Boston?
Yeah, it's always important just knowing, you're playing for the city and not just yourself and your teammates, but everyone around in the community, like you said. So it's always important to be connected and just kind of show your appreciation.
Amari, who have you talked to in Boston so far? Joe, any of your teammates? What have those first conversations been like?
Obviously, I've met the other rookies, Max and Hugo, then met Joe today and Brad Stevens. So as the week goes on, I'm sure I'll probably meet more. I've also met Bailey Shireman briefly too, so just guys like that.
First impressions of those guys?
I mean, they're great. It wasn't the first time I've seen them. Obviously, I've had a few workouts with them, but, just seeing them again is definitely a good feeling.
Going from England to Kentucky, what were some of the biggest adjustments for you off the court, and what's some of the advice that you give to Hugo as he makes a similar transition?
Yeah, thankfully I was able to go to Drexel first for 4 years before I went to Kentucky, and just this kind of, the roads and different things like that and trying to understand people. But I feel like it's something, will help you go through, especially coming from Spain. But he seems like he knows a lot of great English already, so he's a step ahead than a lot of people. But yeah, like you said, just being around each other, I feel like that always helps, and it's going to help all of us mold back into being in Boston. So.
You said your last workout was with Boston. How did that go? What did you take from that?
I mean, it was fun. Just how Boston do their workouts compared to different teams. So I feel like that was a fun workout, especially with the guys who were in there, and it was a good environment.
What were the differences you noticed in terms compared to other teams?
Just the way they do their drills and the order they do it. I feel like a lot of teams did similar drills, but the order's always different. So.
You're here. There's an obvious opportunity that's opened up at the center spot. I know you're on a two-way contract, but how do you feel about your opportunity to maybe make an impression on a team that's been established?
Yeah, I mean, it's fun, just being able to learn from the older guys, Kayla, who's been here for quite a while, and just kind of being a sponge and kind of learning as the season goes on. So it'll be a fun year for sure.
Were the Celtics on your radar? You mentioned you had a couple workouts, but as the draft was progressing, were you hoping to hear your name when 46 came around?
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of teams I worked out for, but like you said, just not knowing where you're going to end up. But I'm glad that Boston was able to call my name for sure.
Your passing skill set, I would say, it seems to stand out. How did you go about developing that? How did that become a big part of your game?
Yeah, a lot of people is saying by playing soccer growing up, that was my first sport, and just, not hitting a growth spurt till late. I feel like those two things kind of helped my skill set and something that's helped me get to this level.
What is the summer looking like for you now?
I'm not sure. We start practice soon, got summer league, and then we'll see where it goes from there.
Final question for Amari.
Joe's tough with rookies. How do you feel like you can make your impression with a coach that's said that he wants you to earn it?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like every coach I've had in the past has been like that. Nothing's ever going to be given to you in basketball. So just kind of, like I said, taking it day by day, doing the things that got me here and what they expect of me, and I feel like that's going to help me in the long run.